What is up, pro gamers here? Today I'll be talking about my top 10 games of 2023. Before that, I want to talk about 2022 here. 2022 felt like somewhat of a slow year for Nintendo fans. If you were somebody else, it was probably amazing. You got Horizon Forbidden West, God of War, Ragnarok, Elden Ring. I played Elden Ring, I enjoyed what I played, didn't play enough of it, didn't play more, but for Nintendo fans, it was very slow. Xenoblade Chronicles, I enjoyed it, it's just really not for me. Splatoon 3 was fine, it was more Splatoon, the story mode was better though. And Kirby Frontland was a highlight for me. That was an amazing 3D Kirby game, everything that I would imagine 3D Kirby to be. I think that might be my game of the year, yeah, that beat Elden Ring. I definitely think more of it, but 2022 felt very slow, and then all of a sudden, in 2023, it just was, just became one of the best years in video games altogether, and even the games that aren't Nintendo stuff, so that I wouldn't usually check out, I played this year, so I have a lot to talk about with my top 10 video games of 2023. So before that, again, most anticipated, Princess Peach Showtime, Hades 2, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remake, and The Lucky Squire. For me, it's either going to go to Princess Peach Showtime or Hades 2. All these games look amazing, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remake is insane that that's actually happening. I hope that it's good, I hope that it sells well, and that maybe they add something, I don't know. Princess Peach Showtime, I'm a little scared of. I'm scared that the gameplay is going to be a little too basic, because what was shown in the trailer so far looked fun, but a lot of it was variations of the same kind of thing, like fighting enemies, moving forward. But even then, I'm so hyped. I really want this to be a really good game, and I do have hope for it. I think, at worst, it will probably be like a 7 out of 10, in my opinion. The Hades 2, I love Hades 1, it's an amazing game. This looks like much better, it looks so fun. I don't know how it didn't win most anticipated at the Game Awards. That felt very weird. And also, how was Princess Peach Showtime not there? Like, there was very weird, like Star Wars Outlaws was there, something, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's probably going to Hades 2 just because Immortal. I'm so excited for Princess Peach Showtime, but I'm more worried about it. I think I have more confidence that Hades 2 will be good. Okay, now getting into the list. Number 10 Sonic Superstars. I thought it was a fine game. I think it could be so much better. I thought it was fun, I enjoyed what I played, I got beat it, but it was a very basic Sonic, it didn't do anything new, it didn't try anything new. I think the most annoying part of it was that Pixel began instead of a true Sonic Mania sequel, and Sega stated that they want to move on from the Pixel Sonic, they want newcomers to be able to join in, they want Sonic to feel new and not stuck in the past. But I think Sonic Superstars feels the most stuck in the past if like a Sonic game has felt in a while. It derives a lot of its ideas from past Sonic games, and even if it does have different names for its levels, almost all of them share very similar themes. There is no standout level here, but there's also no horrible one either. It's a fine game, I enjoyed it, but it could be so much more, and I do hope that the next game takes this forward. It's a very short game, but it was fine, I enjoyed it, but it's just a little disappointing after waiting so long for a true Sonic Mania sequel, and then getting this. I think that the team, Arzest, which is behind this, surprisingly, this is like one of their best works. They have worked on some really bad stuff behind like Balan Wonderworld and stuff, and this is definitely a huge step up. They proved that they can at least like make somewhat of a competent experience. So, not a bad game, but a little disappointing. That now we're getting into more like better stuff after this. SpongeBob The Cosmic Shake was a game I like kind of knew that I was gonna like. I can't give it a 4. It's a good game. I think it's like a good 7 out of 10. For a kid, it's like a good like 10 out of 10. For a kid, it's more than enough. It's really fun. It's good. But if you're talking just like really critiquing it, I think it's still a fine game. It has like the SpongeBob like charm. Almost every single voice act, which is crazy. All the levels are really creative, and there's stuff to do in them. The platforming is actually somewhat fun. I thought this was one of the best SpongeBob platformers out there. This is a good game, and I don't know what IGN was thinking, but I enjoyed my time with it. I didn't finish it, but I definitely need to get to it. This is definitely a top 10. I'm surprised it wasn't in those top 10 ones, but it was pretty good. WarioWare Move It. I think it's my favorite WarioWare. It is a very good game. The micro games are incredibly creative. I would say the most creative in the series. There's so many side modes, and all the side modes are such like smart ideas that like they're so fun. And it has had the classic WarioWare like after like 10 hours if you really push it. But after 10 hours, you kind of got everything you can from the game. I 100% completed it. There isn't much to do after those 10 hours. But for those 10 hours, it's incredibly fun. It's the best WarioWare, I would say, yet. Get Together was fun, but its micro games weren't as creative as Move It. I really enjoyed it. This was for remake right after WarioWare Move It. I enjoyed this. I thought it's so low just because it is a remake. It does derive a lot of its content from the original in 2004. But disregarding that, this is still an amazing game. It takes what a remake is and like makes it so like it redefines what remakes are. Just like the past Resident Evil games calling themselves remakes, even though they're basically entirely new experiences. Resident 4 is a less of an entirely new experience. It is completely different in many ways. You control it completely differently. There's a bunch of tiny changes that kind of altogether makes a big change. It looks so much better now. It's an incredibly fun game. But at its heart, it does still have a lot of follows the same plot, follows the same structure of that original. You go to the same places, it's all the same things, just in a much better way. Everything's so much funner, everything works so much better. Yeah, I don't really have many complaints. It's a really smart remake, kind of tricky. Adding things to make players who I beat the first game and playing this, it didn't feel like I was doing the same things again. It kind of felt like it was intentionally tricking you oh, I know how to do this, and then it completely changes. It's an amazing game, and a really smart remake. Lies of P. This is a weird one to have on here, because I haven't been only on like 10-ish hours in. It's a really fun game. I can't believe I'm saying this, but a game that wasn't made by From Software weirdly made me kind of enjoy the Souls formula for the first time. I played Elden Ring. I thought it was fine, and then I played it again and again, and I kept restarting because I felt like I was doing something wrong, and I really wanted to understand why people loved it so much. And I just couldn't get it. I didn't know yet. I beat the first boss, and it just wasn't that fun to me. But then I played Lies of P, and the Souls gameplay of just constantly like attacking and dodging and parrying, all that stuff. It was so much fun in this game. The bosses are so cool, and the atmosphere is amazing. I think that's something that I did love about Elden Ring, was the atmosphere is really cool. Lies of P is amazing. I cannot wait to play more of this game. I did not expect a game based on Pinocchio to be one of my favorite games this year, but it was really good. I definitely played more. Next, Baldur's Gate 3. Really the reason it's so low is because I haven't played enough of it. I've only gotten 15-ish hours, actually counting all my playthroughs, probably more like 20 hours. But I started out thinking, oh yeah, this probably isn't for me, and then the second playthrough, I started to understand it more. I started to understand the appeal more, how this world is so big, the characters are so alive, the voice acting is great, the story is good, the combat is fun. I do know this part of me still doesn't think it's really for me, but I definitely want to play more. The more, every time I play it again, I like it more. I learn more about the world, I have so much more fun. So who knows, maybe in a year or something, it will become my favorite game of 2023, but this is a huge game, and it is an amazing one. I think it does deserve the title of Game of the Year this year. It's just not my personal Game of the Year, because I haven't played enough, but it is really good so far. Next, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This is amazing. I think this is low for me just because I like basically any Mario game comes out a year, it probably be Game of the Year for me, but this year was really good. This one is amazing. It really it took the plainness of the new Super Mario Bros. Series and made it feel actually new. It's so creative. Every level you look forward to just finding the wonder effect and seeing how the level changes. It's such a good game. I love it. I think it is the perfect step to take 2D Mario, not even counting the fact that the game looks beautiful. It's a beautiful art style. I think it's just such a good game. So it's so creative. I did not play Alan Wake 1. I didn't play any Remedy games, but playing Alan Wake 2 makes you want to play all of them. Alan Wake 2 feels similar to Mario Wonder in the fact that it is such a creative game in how it tells its story. I really haven't played anything like it. Like, the way that it blends live action footage and actual gameplay is insane. I think one of my favorite things about this game is it's incredibly serious. It has a really good story, and I can take it seriously, but at the same time, it has fun with itself. It's not afraid to be funny, and just the musical number alone, Herald of Darkness, makes it so that this is already a top 10 game. It is so fun. The story is so creative. The gameplay is fun. It's a fun gameplay loop, and it looks beautiful. I love Alan Wake 2. It is such a good game. I think I haven't finished it, as for many of these games, but I am very close. Both storylines are equally as interesting. It's so cool how they blend together. This is one of the most creative games I think I've ever played, and I really want to play Control and Alan Wake 1. This is so good. Now, moving on to number 2, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I personally, for the Game Awards themselves, I voted for Tears of the Kingdom for Game of the Year. This is the game I played the most this year. It is crazy. I don't like the amount of people that I feel like the hype for this game definitely got in the way of people's enjoyment. Because I feel like at a time, everything I thought of was Zelda. Everything I thought of was Tears of the Kingdom. Everyone was talking about it. The trailers were coming out like a lot. Like everybody was talking about the trailers. The game came out. Everyone was talking about the game. I went back to play it a lot before it released. It was just a Zelda overload, and I feel like it was very similar for many other people. And it kind of ruined my enjoyment a bit. But even then, I still think I can definitely see how amazing this game is. And it does take place in the same Hyrule, but they added so much to it. They added 2 whole layers, and I will admit the skies are pretty empty, but the depths are so cool to explore, and there are some really interesting areas there. Discovering them is so satisfying, and how they change the world is so cool. I think the fact that you're exploring the same Hyrule adds to this game, because you'll think, oh, I want to explore that place again, or I want to go back there, see how those people are doing. It makes it so there's, you constantly are discovering things, and it kind of reinvigorates that feeling that happened in Breath of the Wild, or the constant sense of discovery, but in a different way. I love Tears of the Kingdom. I really don't like the amount of hate I see of this game. I think it's an amazing game. I think it's one of the best games, ever, to be honest. But the reason it's only number 2, and not number 1, is because Pikmin 4 released in the year 2023. And oh my god, this is in my top, I think, of 5 games of all time. I love the Pikmin series. I beat every single game. 1, 2, 3, 4. I played 8 Pikmin. It's such a good series, and Pikmin 4 evolves on everything. When I heard it was mostly based off of what Pikmin 2 did, I was a bit scared, because I'm not the biggest Pikmin 2 fan. I know there are a lot of Pikmin 2 fans, but I thought it was the most, I don't know what's the word for it. It just wasn't the most interesting out of Pikmin 1 through 3. I thought it was very long, too long. Pikmin 3 was a bit too short, but Pikmin 2 took too long. It's like a 30-hour game. But Pikmin 4 takes the elements I wasn't too big a fan of in Pikmin 2, like caves, and turns that around and makes it such a fun game. I think the fact that games are shorter now and there's more of them makes me enjoy them more, and the fact that you spend more time out in the open and exploring. They included basically a remake, or I guess you could say a retelling, of Pikmin 1 in this game. That was my favorite, like discovering that and playing through that was my favorite things like ever in a video game. That's such a cool inclusion. There's so much content. I played this game for like 50 hours. It is such an amazing game. The new Pikmin they added, it's just, everything comes together so well. It looks beautiful. I think this is easily top 5 games of all time. And I can't, I hope Pikmin 5 takes like at least like 3 years or something. This is so beautiful looking. Okay, yeah, bye pro gamers. That's it.